Hey bud, thanks for clicking on this video. My name is Kenny and today we're playing Oxygen Not Included. Now, Oxygen Not Included is a game created by Clay Entertainment. I believe that's the same people that created the Don't Starve series of video games. So yeah, I've played Don't Starve, I've played a little bit of Oxygen Not Included, as you can see right here. But yeah, we're going to play on No Sweat. So I have time to breathe because I don't play this game very often. So I'm not going to say I'm like the best at it or anything. But we will be playing, like I'm not going to be playing on sandbox mode or anything here. Just want to randomize that a little bit. Germ resistant. Duplicants have decreased chance of contacting diseases from germ exposure. Let's put everything on default. I think these are good. We're going to do everything default except the durability of the duplicant suits. But if you don't know what all that's about, it's fine. Let's start the game. Okay, so this game is a space-themed colony management game. These little guys are called Duplicants. We get to choose 3 of them from the beginning. Now, I want somebody to be a rancher. I want somebody to be a researcher. I want somebody to be a farmer. And the reason why I'm doing that is because every duplicant is going to be able to dig and build in my colony. But what we're looking for here is the husbandry. Well, when we're picking a rancher specifically, we're looking for husbandry, and we're looking for not too many bad traits, and usually a decently good trait. I think you can get a maximum of 10 for husbandry. For you can get a maximum of 10 for any of these. What would you call these skills? I guess buff allergies to fluorescent with a 9. Yes. Okay, so we're keeping tally. Now Markiplier is going to be a researcher. He's only got +2 science, and he can't dig very well, so I don't really want that. Michelangelo with 7 science. He can do super hard digging already, and he's got a bottomless stomach, though. This duplicate might actually be several black holes in a trench coat. 10 science, stylish, decreased construction. Nicole. I think we're going to keep Nicole. That's a really good science skill, and Nicole's probably not going to be building very often, but all this means is that she's going to have a -75% construction speed. So she can build stuff, just not very fast. So we're probably going to make her more so digging and researching than, anything with construction. Now Raya is going to be our farmer, but she's got awful agriculture. So sorry, Raya, we're kicking you out. 8 agriculture. This is May. Germ resistant, but decreased decor. You know what? Actually, no. Look, we're going to keep everybody here. This is not bad. And we got to name the colony. I don't fucking know. All right, and we're embarking. So we're going to begin. Now, sorry, I've had this game running for a little while, and it is a little laggy, so I might have to restart my computer at the end of this episode. We'll see what happens. But what I was going to say is that I'm not the best at this game, not by a long shot. However, I do know some things. For instance, how do I say this? I have a set plan already for the type of base that I want to build. So we're going to go ahead and execute that right away. Now, what I like to do when I start, a new colony is I'll keep the speed at the slowest speed, because if you keep it at the slowest speed, you should be able to get down a place for your duplicants to relieve themselves. You should be able to get down wash basins as well to keep them clean. You should also be able to get down, like some power, some beds, some oxygen creation. So within the first cycle, your duplicants should have a place to sleep so they won't wake up with a sore back. And they should absolutely have, a place to relieve themselves, and maybe even some food if you're good enough. But yeah, because when I first started out this game, I was only playing on the fastest speed because I was like really impatient. I didn't want to wait for the duplicants to do things. But patience is key, and if you don't get things done at certain times in this game, you're definitely going to end up failing, and everybody's going to die. By the way, the duplicants do definitely die, and for good. They don't really come back. You can get a duplicate printed with the same name and the same look, but you cannot get, the same duplicant back, unfortunately. Or maybe fortunately, however you want to look at it. Some duplicants aren't the best. I'm okay with pausing. I've seen some people's videos like Markiplier, and he doesn't like pausing for some reason. He's not the only person that I've seen do that, but yeah, I'm okay with pausing. I think it's a very useful tool. So my base is going to be very centered around movement. So we're going to have, these columns very frequently, where we've got 2 ladders on the side, and then eventually, through research, we're going to get these things called fire poles, and I'm sure you know what a fire pole is. We'll put that right in the middle, and duplicants will be able to slide all the way down if they need to get down. And then once we get, plastic refineries going, we can turn all of these regular ladders into plastic ladders, and duplicants will move faster. And that'll just keep, movement times down. I'm going to utilize this entire space because there's very little digging that used to go on. But yeah, this game is really cute. It's really satisfying too, and I'm quite addicted to it. I've had this game for a little while now, and I don't know why I never like sat down and started playing it. But recently, I was like, I've got this game taking up physical space on my computer. I might as well start playing it, and I really enjoy it. So I'm gonna play it more often. And obviously now I'm recording it and putting it on YouTube. So that's another plus. That's another thing that I've always wanted to do is, record YouTube videos. These guys are called hatches. These guys, that little animal right there, we're going to wrangle him. Actually, no, we're going to cancel that wrangling. He doesn't need to be wrangled right now. Oh, where did he go? Oh, he's in the ground. Okay, that's honestly fine. We're going to put down some outhouses and a wash basin. So hatches, what I was going to tell you, are a farmable creature in this game. They excrete solid coal. So basically what we're going to end up doing is we're going to be putting these guys into a room and farming them and domesticating them. And once they're domesticated, we can feed them things like sandstone, sand, dirt, and I believe igneous rock. Really any mineral, any raw mineral, and they will excrete coal for us. And that is important because, as you can see, this is the coal texture. This is coal ore. There's not very much coal around. It is very important to get hatches down because, they will be able to provide power for us by, basically just feeding them dirt. And we can get other types of hatches too. I'm not a fan of, trying to feed hatches specific materials, because you can feed them specific materials to get them to breed differently, but I don't really care for that. I'm just going to let them breed naturally, because I think that's the best use of our materials. I would like to keep all of our materials for as long as I can. Now, priorities. Well, let's not talk about priorities yet. Let's get these guys just going. We should really I'll give you a little. Obviously, priorities is telling the duplicants what they should be doing first, based on the numbers. So a 1 is as you can see right here at the side, it says 1 is least urgent and 9 is most urgent. And we also have something called yellow alert, which is top priority, and red alert, which means that all of our duplicants are going to ignore everything and do only the top priority things. So they won't eat, they won't use the bathroom, they won't go to bed. They will just get done what needs to get done. So red alert obviously causes a lot of stress for our colony. As you can see right here, the brain. We've got no stress right now. Everybody's chilling. But if we do a yellow alert, everybody will get very upset. And we'll have to, like, put down massage tables and stuff and, you know, make them less stressed. Give them, like, a kitty or something. We don't really have cats in this game, but there is an animal called Pip, and the Duplicants do find them quite cute because they are very cute. If I end up seeing a Pip, I will absolutely show you what a Pip looks like. But we do not have a Pip anywhere close by, unfortunately. Okay. We're getting close to the end of the cycle now. I think I started building my base a little too big. I was trying to count it out. Hold on, let me use this. Good tool, it'll count for you. Yeah, 24 tiles is fine. I don't need to make this place this size specifically. There's nothing wrong with building it smaller or bigger. I just think that that's the nicest size. I can fit the most amount of beds in a single area. Yeah, I can fit the most amount of anything, really, and it doesn't take up that much space, in my opinion. Also, 24 by 4 tiles is, what? 96, I believe? Yeah, 96 total spaces for a room. And 96 is, I believe, the maximum size for a ranch. Or rather, like a place that we put our animals. When I start farming hatches, you know, I will have a full 4 by 24 size area off to the side where the hatches are going to be growing and, you know, playing and crap like that. Guys, hey, guys. You need a place to shit. Here's the thing. When our duplicants don't have a place to relieve themselves, they will just shit on the floors. And it's disgusting. And there will literally be just, where is it? It'll look like this. It's called polluted water. That's what's going to come out of their assholes. And it's going to come over here and just lay in the... I don't want it. It's going to be all over the place. We cannot have these guys shitting themselves. Why are you just standing there? Okay. No. You can starve tonight. You need a place to take a crap. I will not have you shit yourself. I will not. Build at least one of them. You know, I love how I said earlier that red alert should only be used very sparingly. And here I am utilizing it here. Yeah, the duplicants, they need a place to take a shit. I will not deal with them pooping on the ground. I can't. Whoa. What was that? So that sound that you just heard, there was like a little red thing. I'll look at it later when I'm editing the video. But usually that'll happen if, you know, the duplicants are... it'll pop up when something really bad is happening. For instance, a duplicant is starving or suffocating, or a duplicant is burning to death. You know, you'll get a little red alert. It'll be like... Bleh! And then it'll get, like... Not a red alert, rather. A red piece of text over here, and I'll be like, oh, somebody's dying. Go look at them. And then if you click on it... Like, if I click here... Yeah, it'll show me this because this is lacking resources. Water in this case. So, speaking of water, I'm going to put down a water pump. And we're going to dig this out. And I'm going to speed it up a little bit. Our duplicants aren't getting very good sleep because there's a monster over here. Or not a monster, a critter is what they call it. I'm going to attack him. Usually you don't want to attack critters or just, you know, any animals in the area because usually they're good for you. You can farm them. You can utilize them to your advantage. In my case, they're just keeping up our duplicants, which is not healthy for them. Now we need oxygen production. So we've got a generator. So this is literally just a hamster wheel and then a battery. And one of the duplicants is going to come over here, build that, and then run on the hamster wheel, and it's going to generate power for us. And then we're going to put down our oxygen diffuser. That takes algae and power and water and makes us oxygen. Now, priorities. Yeah, let's talk about priorities. So what I think I'm going to do for this playthrough So make all digging tasks a level 4 priority. All building tasks are going to be level 5, and then anything else, such as making food or ranching, is going to be, you know, a level 6. And then if it needs to really, really badly be done, I'll make it a 7 or an 8. For instance, if I have down farms and, you know, my duplicants are starving, I'm going to change, you know, the farms to a level 8. And any cooking stations are going to be a level 7 priority. That way they prioritize making raw food, farming raw food, and then making, you know, other foods from that raw material, and then they'll do everything else. Because at that point, it will be very important that we get food, not so much, you know, anything else. And then a level 9 priority, I don't know if I'm ever going to really use it. I think I might just go straight to yellow alert at that point. But yeah, I think that digging, because what I'm going to end up doing is my base is going to be built downwards, and I'm going to have a bunch of digging tasks going upwards. Now, usually, at least what I've seen is that people have done it the opposite way, because our goal here really is to get to the surface of this planet or this asteroid that we're on, and then launch off of it, you know, build a rocket and get off. I have never done that yet, so, you know, let's feel it out, see what happens. But yeah, I think digging is going to be like the side thing. So when all of the other duplicant tasks are done, then duplicants will go and start digging. So we're going to prioritize, you know, building things first, and then if they can't reach those buildings, they will dig. Are you stuck over here? Yes, you are. So in a situation like this, I would just yellow alert. Do this, because we need to get Telly out of there so they can breathe. So in this situation, so duplicants can walk up a 2-block tall space, and they can jump over 1-block spaces. In this situation, Telly had 3 spaces down to get down to the pump, and 2 spaces to get over to the ladder, so they couldn't jump. They were stuck over here. So in a situation like that, I would yellow alert, because like we need to save duplicants. The duplicants matter. Nobody can die. You know, when you're on cycle 2, people cannot suffocate to death. That's not a thing that should happen. I think at the beginning of every episode, we'll get a new duplicant. So if you can see at this, it's called the printing pod. There's a little, what would you call it, like a progress bar over here. About every 2.5 cycles, we get a new duplicant. So sometime while they're sleeping tonight, I'll probably get a duplicant. And I won't get that duplicant until next episode. What's going on down here? Okay, so yeah, as you can see, they can go from here and climb up to here. I thought they were going to get stuck under here. That's why I was a little upset. I wasn't upset. I wasn't upset. That was a poor choice of words.
Say it louder! I'm upset!
I was a little worried. That's the better choice of words. All right, and as soon as May gets out of there, I'm going to block this up because I don't want anyone going down there anymore. I think that if I get to the surface and I get my duplicants off of this asteroid, I'll start a new colony and I'll do it in survival mode because that seems to be fun. So we're playing in the no sweat mode, so anytime there's a like really serious issue going on, we have time to breathe and think about a plan as to what to do. And all survival mode is like, you're not going to have that time to breathe. If something bad is happening, you need to deal with it as your duplicants are living. For instance, if somebody's scolding in this version, like, you know, here, let's look at our overlays. There's no area that's really scalding here. But if they were in this really hot area, and let's say it was like, you know, 100 degrees Celsius or whatever, and they were stuck there and they were scalding, they would live for a little longer before dying. At least from what I understand, I haven't really been in a situation where survival versus no sweat mode is different. But I'm assuming that if we were in survival mode, I would not have much time to go and save that duplicant. I would have to deal with things very soon. And very deliberately. But, yeah. Why aren't you guys sleeping? At this point, I'm just rambling on because I don't know what much more to say. The beginning is always very, slow going and tedious, I've found. All right, in the next cycle, we're going to put down a research station, and we're going to start researching stuff as soon as we can. Oh, speaking of which, okay, so, skills. Nobody has any skills yet. That's upsetting. Yeah, never mind. We're not going to talk about skills. So I was thinking about research, and our researcher is... Who is our researcher? Nicole. Nicole is our researcher. So by doing tasks, our duplicants get experience points, and those experience points can be put into any of those modules that you saw here. And for Nicole, we're going to put it into research because that's what she likes to do. That'll boost her morale, and then we'll give her a little hat that says that she does researching. And what she'll do is she'll prioritize going here to the research station and doing research. We can also set priorities here. And what I'm going to do already is, do these things. Every duplicant is going to be responsible for building and digging. So basically, we have neutral, we have high priority, very high priority, and then very low, or low and very low. If one of the squares is purple or pink or whatever you want to call that color, I put double. If they're white or slightly pink like this, I'll usually just put 1. Everybody is responsible for life support. Everybody is responsible for tidying. So in this instance, I would make Telly double responsible for tidying. And then operating is pretty important. And let's put storing, not necessarily supplying. We want somebody specific for supplying. But yes, every duplicant should be, sweeping up dirt, for instance, or sandstone this is, and putting it in boxes. We don't have any boxes down yet, but, we're getting there. Now we're at this point where we need to start doing research. This is the research GUI. The first thing I'm going to research is colony development. Now what this is going to give us is a water cooler and a crafting station. Water coolers, as you can read here, it boosts morale basically. So when duplicants are on break, they can get a cup of water and feel good about themselves. But really what we're looking for is the advanced research tables so that we can start doing some of these other researching, which I don't know if you can tell right here, this takes very basic researching skills to do. So as we upgrade our duplicants, eventually they will be able to do advanced research, which is this more purpley, pinkish research bar right here. And then later on in the game, there's even a third orange one. I've only gotten there once in my entire playthrough, through any playthroughs in this game. So I don't really know how to. It's like only these 6, and this is really just all stuff for like rockets and stuff. So we're not going to explain that too much, but yeah, we're going to research advanced research. So we're going to use basic research to get better research, and we're going to make that a level 6 priority, as well as oxygen and power. So the priority system we were talking about before. Okay, so I've just been sitting here watching these guys do their work for a little bit. I've decided that it's time to just start laying out what I want this place to look like. So that's what I'm gonna do. Oh, I guess I've also got to measure out this area. 24. That is perfect. I love that. Super hard digging. I could have sworn somebody that we chose at the beginning. Oh, that's a new duplicant. Not enough materials. Are you kidding me? Okay, apparently we don't have enough materials to build more base blocks. That's okay. But yeah, so this is what the printer looks like when we have a new duplicant. We're not going to click on that just... I guess we could. It's going to be the same duplicants no matter what. Some interesting choices here, but we're not going to choose yet. Yeah, so what I was going to say was that I was watching these guys for a while, and, you know, they were doing things very slowly, so I wanted to start laying out what I want this place to look like, but apparently that's not the most possible right now because digging is a low priority, and digging, you know, maybe we make digging a better... You know, actually, yeah, I think we're going to flip-flop. So we want people to dig more than we want them to build right now, I think. Is that a smart idea? Make them dig their hearts out and then build later? Maybe. I see issues with this already. For instance, if somebody digs all of this out and they don't have any ladder to get back up, that is an issue. Which is why I wanted to prioritize building over digging, but, you know. Just gonna try it out. Okay, so at this point, I really do think that we would benefit from having a 4th duplicant. So, what that means is I think we should end this episode right where it is. We've got a good start. We've got down oxygen production. We've got down beds. We've got down a place for our duplicates to take a shit. Working out the kinks on the priority system. But we shall see what happens. But alright, I'll see you in the next video.